Good morning, I'm Helen and I'm a writer, and today we're going to have bags of fun with some writing ideas. There are no rules, you can just write poems, lists, play scripts, conversations, stories, true stories, made up stories, doodle, draw, whatever you like. But if you've done sessions with me before, you'll know that the first thing I always do to get the writing muscle started is to write some lists, taking a couple of minutes over each list just to get us going. So here's my suggestion. The first list, give yourself a couple of minutes for it. Write a list of all the bags you can think of. Plastic bags, supermarket bags, paper bags, worn canvas bag with a long strap, rucksacks, big heavy rucksacks straining full of things with tents and cooking pots hanging off them, suitcases, handbags, those old-fashioned handbags with a clasp that clicked, a string bag with all the shopping poking through the gaps. Any sort of bag, just write a list of them. Okay, and once you've got your list of bags, another list, lots of names, people's names, pets' names, animal names, any sort of name beginning with B or choose your own letter. I've said B because of bag. So a list of names, a couple of minutes making that. Once you've got a couple of lists, it's not so hard to get going on some writing, so I want you to think about some specific bags. So here we go, here's the first one. It's like a shoulder bag, it's canvassy. As you can see, it's got a sort of Australian Antipodean design with all the little dotty things. It's got some boomerangs, it's got some kangaroos hopping around. Who would own this kind of a bag? What would be in it on a day out? What sort of condition would it be in? So have a think about the history of this bag, the story of this bag. So yeah, that's your first one. Here's your second bag. It's sort of a PE bag, kit bag that you can put on your back with a rucksack. You might have it full of PE kit, swimming things. Who would be carrying this bag? What would their name be? What would be in it? Here's the third bag for an idea. This is gorgeous. I love this one. A beaded evening bag. Needless to say, I didn't get it new. I got it in a second-hand shop, so I bet it's got a really interesting story. But who would be carrying this on an evening out? And what would be in it? What would be kept in a bag like this? And my final kind of bag is this, I believe it's called a messenger bag. It's quite big. You could get your A4 pad in, maybe a laptop. Who would carry this kind of bag? And where would they be going with whatever they're carrying? So you might have your own bag that you want to write about. Maybe match it with a name from your list. Write about what happened when the owner lost it, and did they ever get it back again? What about if they picked up somebody else's identical bag by mistake? What happened then? What happened when they were out and it got drenched in the rain? What happened to the things inside it? My next suggestion is to either continue with the bag you've been writing about or pick another sort or one of your own, and as well as the obvious items inside it, add something unexpected that shouldn't be there. So it could be as bizarre as a tomato, a one-way plane ticket, some keys that don't belong to them. How does that change the story? Write about the unexpected item in the bag and see where that takes you. How did it get there? What's it for? And what about the bag itself? What's the story of the bag? I wonder with this one because, as I said, I got it second hand. Who owned it when it was new? What did they use it for? What was the occasion it was bought for? How often did they use it? What about the bag's perspective? Write as if you were the bag. When were you made? Who made you? Who were you made for? Who was your first owner? How much did you sell for? How were you treated? Were you looked after? Were you treated kindly or were you left lying around? How did you get to your second owner? How many owners have you had? How has it gone? Where are you now? How are you being treated now? That could be quite an interesting story. You could even include what happened when the unexpected item was put inside you. And what did that lead to? All sorts of things. Another suggestion, write about a favourite bag that you own or that you used to own, or that you would like to own. I gather that there are waiting lists for fancy handbags, not that I've ever gone for anything like that, but you know, is there a bag that you covet, that you would love to have? Write about that, or write about a bag that you lost or that got broken or stolen, that you're really sad to see go because it was brilliant and you'd love it, or that, you know, it broke and you were never able to get a proper replacement for it. Write about that. And finally, my suggestion is that you design some sort of artistic version of a bag and put your favourite writing in it somehow, so that you create some sort of visual display, drawing, painting, collage, whatever, of a bag with the writing pasted on it as well, so that you have something you can present and something that you can show. So I hope that you have bags of fun with the ideas that I've given you, and anything of your own about bags. I'd be really interested to hear and see what people come up with, and have fun. Bye bye.